Hyundai has recently released the 2025 model year changes coming to its most affordable fully electric vehicle, the Kona Electric, and with it comes a new trim level being added to the lineup, a couple small tweaks in terms of features and packaging across the trim lineup, as well as a new color becoming available on the Kona Electric that has formerly been available on the gas version of the Kona. And also we will cover the exact pricing information for the new vehicles as well. So without further ado, let's not waste your time and see what's changing for the 2025 Kona Electric. Now, before we begin, I do want to put a disclaimer out there is that this information is coming from the dealer pricing guide for the 2025 Kona Electric. So if you believe anything is incorrect or just need additional clarification, feel free to leave a comment down in the comment section below. I will do my best to clarify and find the answer for you, as well as I highly encourage you guys to keep an eye on HyundaiUSA.com, as the 2025 build and price tools are likely just right around the corner. So I do want to put that information out there, and if you guys are curious about the Kona Electric and its performance on road trips or just my overall thoughts on it, make sure to check out the 2024 model year Kona Electric videos I have here on the channel, where I do road trip one here from the Quad Cities up to Chicago and back, and as well as give you my overall dedicated likes and dislikes with the vehicle. So I do have several videos on that vehicle that will be relevant for the 2025 models as well. So starting out with some of the feature and packaging changes across the lineup before getting into that new trim level, different color combinations, as well as the exact pricing information. The first one is that vehicle to load is becoming a standard feature on every single Kona Electric via that exterior charge port and a capable adapter. Now for 2024, Hyundai listed this feature as a Kona Electric limited exclusive, so you had to get that top most fully loaded limited to get this capability. Now personally, I have not tested and tried this on a Kona Electric, but I have used it on an Ioniq 5, and overall it works quite well. It is a very handy feature to have on any electric vehicle, and even plug-in hybrids, for example. Say you have a power outage at your home or just want to go camping or power items at tailgating events. This feature will allow you to do this up to about 15 amps, which comes to about 1600 watts or so, give or take just a little bit. So it's nice to see that Hyundai is expanding this availability across every single 2025 Kona Electric, because I think this is a very essential feature to have on pretty much all electric vehicles these days. Now, moving up to the SEL, this is gaining the LED overhead lighting for the dome and map lights. Now, this was actually something I mentioned in my likes and dislikes video with the Kona, is that the SEL had the halogen or incandescent lights above you, which just gave you kind of a dreary, kind of old school type of feel. So it appears Hyundai is fixing that on the SEL or higher and giving you the overhead LED lighting that once again was formerly only on Limited. Now next, coming to the all-new trim level for the Kona Electric, the N-Line. Now this was rumored many months ago that it was coming to the Kona Electric lineup, but I kind of didn't believe it. But here we have exact confirmation that this is coming. Now with the N-Line trim, it kind of bridges the gap between the SEL and the Limited in terms of what features it does offer. But of course, the biggest advantage to the N-Line, in my opinion, is the styling that you do get, but that does come at a trade-off in terms of reduced range, which we will touch on here in a little bit. So the N-Line is going to give you all the standard equipment from the SEL, and it will add these exact features in addition to all of the styling enhancements and stuff like that. So it will add auto-dimming interior rearview mirror, front passenger window automatic up-down, so the two front windows will be fully automatic up-down, map pockets for the backs of the front seats, Bose premium audio system, wireless device charging, as well as digital key to touch, which means iPhone as well as Android users will be able to use the digital key functionality. So those are all the main features and options that you will be getting over the standard SEL by going to that N-Line, in addition to all of those unique exterior and interior styling bits that we have seen, of course, on the gas Kona. Hey everyone, I just want to insert this clip for the N-Line. I'm not sure what I had in my notes, but looking at the pricing guide again, the N-Line does get, it appears, most of the same exact styling of that of the internal combustion N-Line, including the twin roof spoiler, which is the raised type. It has 19-inch alloy wheels instead of the standard Kona Electric 17-inch alloy wheels, as well as what appears to be, based on the information, a lot of the same, aggressive exterior styling. So all of this plays into the reduced range of the vehicle, which now makes way more sense to me anyway, that you are losing, roughly 31 miles according to Hyundai's estimates, given you do get, 2-inch diameter larger wheels, that twin roof spoiler, and most, if not all, of the same styling of that of the internal combustion Kona. So just want to put that out there for the N-line trim in specific. And in addition to this, you are getting the power sunroof as well as the color changing ambient interior lighting from that of the Limited as well on this trim, in addition to the items that I did already list. So just want to update you guys really quick on the N-line, but now back to the video. Now finally, moving up to the top most fully loaded Limited trim level, the only difference that I was able to find over a 2024 Limited is the fact that you're losing vehicle to load capability as a trim level specific feature, given that is now standard equipment across every single Kona Electric. So you're really not losing anything with the Limited trim in specific, but you technically are losing that on the order guide, given that it is now standard across the board. So those are going to be all of the feature and packaging changes for the Kona Electric in general. Now moving on to the color differences over 2024, all of the 2024 colors will be carrying over for 2025, although there will be select availability on which ones are going to be available on the N-line in specific, given that does have sport inspired styling. And the new exterior coming to the lineup for a choice of colors is Ultimate Red Metallic. Now this is a great addition to the lineup. Of course, the gas Kona already had this available pretty much across the board as well, and now that is coming here to the Kona Electric. And then there is one other odd change for the color lineup. Atlas White was formerly the extra charge color at $470. Well, that is now moving into Neoteric Yellow. So white will now be a free no charge paint on the Kona Electric, but Neoteric Yellow will be an additional $470. And of course, that is the color of the one I tested in 2024. And in terms of which colors are available on the N-line, you will only be limited to 4 exterior colors, which is just like that of the gasoline N-line as well. So you have white, black, Ecotronic gray, as well as Ultimate Red Metallic. And it doesn't necessarily say if it is a two-tone paint or not, where the roof is black and the lower section is body color. But it wouldn't surprise me if this is a monotone option for the overall paint of the vehicle. But we'll have to wait and see on that, given you can get both varieties in the gasoline powered N-line. So that's pretty much going to be it in terms of the color combinations and stuff like that. Now let's move into the exact pricing information, which is probably one of the aspects that you guys are most curious about. Now starting out with the standard SE, including destination, this will come in at $34,270. The SEL will be $38,720. The N-line will be $39,670. And the fully loaded Limited will be $42,445. Now looking at the pricing differential over 2024, the SE and SEL will go up $200 and the Limited will go up just $5. So a little bit interesting there that the Limited is only going up $5, but it really didn't gain any features, so that kind of does make sense. And then as we can see, the N-line sneaks in just under $40,000 without any additional accessories or stuff like that. So good to see that Hyundai kept the N-line trim level under that $40,000 mark. But like I said, you are going to be sacrificing a little bit of range going to that trim level over the SEL or the Limited, which do still offer that larger battery pack. So touching briefly on the range and battery pack sizes, if you go with the entry-level SE, you are getting the smaller battery pack as well as the smaller output from the electric motor. So you're getting a 48.6 kilowatt hour battery in the standard SE, where if you move up to the SEL, N-line, or Limited, you're getting a 64.8 kilowatt hour battery pack, which to me is pretty much the only way to go in the Kona Electric, especially if you live in cold weather states, do any sort of regional traveling, given the slower charging speeds of this vehicle. I think that 65 kilowatt hour battery pack is certainly well worth the price differential, especially including the additional features and options that you're gaining going from an SE to an SEL, which includes the heated seats, the heated side mirrors, the tinted rear windows, and a couple other things like the LED overhead lighting. I think that's just all worth it, given that $4,000 difference, plus you're getting that larger battery pack like I mentioned. In terms of range, the SE is rated at 200 miles of estimated range. The SEL and Limited are rated at 261 miles of range. And talking about that Limited, like I said, given the exterior styling, some of the aerodynamic differences between the SEL and Limited, it is rated at Hyundai's estimated 230 miles of range. So you're losing 31 miles According to Hyundai's initial estimates, I don't know if this has been EPA certified quite yet, but you are losing, 31 miles of range, which is a little bit over 10% of the range out of the same 64.8 kilowatt hour battery pack. So certainly going to be a trade-off there as to whether or not you want to take the reduced range, given the price tag of the N-Line because you like the styling or some of the feature set of this vehicle, over that of a fully loaded Limited, which has, much more features and options, but looks on the outside just like that of, pretty much every other Kona Electric. So all things to keep in mind if you guys are curious about a 2025 Kona Electric. In terms of, overall pricing and federal tax rebates, stuff like that, well, this is still built overseas in Korea, so it does not qualify for the $7,500 federal tax credit, but may qualify for state incentives if your state has one. And Hyundai has been offering the $7,500 cash on the hood via a rebate or bonus cash incentive at dealerships. And I would not be surprised if they continue to do that for 2025 as well. So overall, an SEL with dealer discounts or state incentives can be had under $30,000 if you find the right dealership and of course live in an area with some of those additional incentives. So I think it does still make it a very good value in terms of what you're getting for roughly $30,000 or less. So you guys have to let me know your thoughts and opinions on the 2025 changes to the Kona Electric. Of course, we'll likely have the Kona gas vehicles coming very, very shortly behind this announcement from Hyundai, where they are adding a new trim level to that vehicle as well called the N-Line S, which sits below the N-Line. Probably somewhat of a sport appearance package on an SEL convenience, but we will have to wait and see on that over the coming days or weeks once they release that information. But make sure you guys stay tuned here on the channel as I will bring you that and the latest information once I have it. But really do like the fact that Hyundai is bringing the Kona Electric N-Line to the States because I love the styling of the gas N-Line. And I think this is going to be a good option if you guys don't want the fully loaded Limited at over $42,000, want to dial it back about $3,000 and get, some of that equipment that the N-Line does have in addition to that, really nice exterior and interior styling. So like I said, let me know your thoughts on this down in the comment section below. As always, I appreciate the support. If you guys enjoyed this video and or found it helpful, make sure to hit that like button below. Subscribe if you haven't already. And like I said, let me know your thoughts and opinions on this. And make sure to check out that 2024 Kona Electric content here on the channel, including charging tests, range tests, overall road trip capability, and stuff like that. But with all being said, I appreciate the continued support here on the channel. As always, hope to see you guys in the next one.